What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is your Love and Marriage Huntsville recap. I'm going to watch and recap it at the same time, so you'll see my reaction. I watched it last night, but we'll talk about it. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know that you stopped by. And here we go. All right. So Martell's uncle Dexter and he are at a, looks like they're going to get some suits made. Because what's his name does look like he's gotten bigger. Martell, he looks like swole. He looks super swole. So he's here with his uncle, and they're just, catching up. Telling him he does not want his children involved in a messy situation. He asked them how the kids were doing, and he says he's been seeing what's been going on online. It's very public. So his uncle is saying, just don't get your kids involved in no stuff like that. No, you got 5 now. I don't understand how Martell thought that he was going to come on a television show in the midst of cheating on his wife, then become popular on this television show. Your wife find out about this mistress and her not go to the internet with it. She was supposed to just keep it between y'all so it wouldn't mess up your name or your children wouldn't hear about it. Like, what was the expectation? Was she not supposed to say anything? I really, like I said the last time, I really think he thought that she was just supposed to just be like accepting his shit. So he's saying that they're really entangled in terms of how their businesses are set up. Everything, they basically share everything. What's hers is his, and what's his is hers in this situation. So he's explaining that to him. I'm looking at Martell. He looks like he just like really cannot believe that he is having this experience. I really believe that he was in some space where he thought that she was going to be accepting of this behavior. I thought the old ladies would have talked to you by now. No. This is a new day. I mean, as foolish as she was to go back and have another child, but the simple fact that she's just like going, like not worried about him at all. So he don't want to call Melody sneaky because his uncle asked him what else does he have going on. So I guess he doesn't want to mention it while they're married because that means that he would have to give her half of it. And I don't want to call her sneaky, but she's going to try to attach her name to it. Anything I try to do. He's a trip. She has rights until the ink is dry. So he's saying he's losing $250,000 off of that deal not going through, that $34 million deal. And he was going to use that money to pay off some stuff, I guess. And now it's gone. So his uncle's like, people go through divorces all the time. Why wouldn't they want to do, like, what's the problem? He's like, well, it's on social media. Yeah, it's not a good look. As much as, like I said the last time, people look at married men in a different way. Like, people know that people cheat on their spouses, but it's not done in social media. So it's like, you're a public figure and you're not thinking. That's why we are saying that he's only thinking of himself, because you clearly wasn't thinking about anything else. You didn't think that your husband image would be compromised when you cheated on your wife. That's not the image. We don't want to be attached to somebody who is of low character and has no integrity. Because that's somebody who cheats on their spouse, low character. Just leave. She put that stuff out. I don't understand. It's like he's trying to blame her for putting it out and that having an effect on his image. So she wasn't supposed to say anything. Why would you want to mess up this man's livelihood? These are the things that you have to think about before you renege on your contract, on your agreement. You had an agreement between you and Melody, and you reneged on the contract. So what do you think the next course of action is to be for her to treat you nicely or for her to be respectful to you? And after you disrespected her, why does she need to be nice to you, or why do you need to be extended something that you weren't able to extend to her? I don't get it. That's why you have to have paperwork in place, because when the love goes out the window, now you're sitting here like, why would she want to mess with my money? So the next scene is Jaylin and Maurice. So he's in here measuring his office at their office space that they've created for them. And they're having a conversation about. So he's really concerned about decorating his space, his office space. He's going to be meeting with people. Maurice says, okay, so what are you going to be doing meeting? What are you going to be, what are y'all meeting about? What is it that you're meeting about? And see, Maurice is an entrepreneur. So when this young man is telling him that he's just has a job to make ends meet, Maurice doesn't like that, because his thing is, you don't need to be doing something that isn't focused on your career. Yes, we're in a panorama, and yes, there are other circumstances involved with people's ability to find employment right now. But his point is still valid, right? It's still valid. So his thing is, he wants to see in what aspect of real estate in the real estate industry does he want to be a part of. He hasn't figured out what he wants to do in real estate, but he knows he wants to be in real estate. Well, that's good. What real estate projects have you been working on in your off time? Maurice asked him. You know he ain't been working on nothing in his off time, because he's probably tired from his job that doesn't have anything to do with real estate. Goose eggs. Are you investing in any real estate tax liens? So here's the thing. I don't agree with the way that he's asking him questions as if he should already know. The way that he should teach him is by saying, this is what you need to be doing, and then really come back to him, because I feel like if your family is in the business, they should be showing you the business, not coming to you with the idea that you should already know just based on watching them. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, don't come at me like I should already know this, and you know I don't know it. You didn't know it when you didn't know it either until you knew it. So don't treat me as if I should already know or have the knowledge that you acquired. I'm in the same boat as you, so have the same kind of patience, right? Because if you truly want him to work in the industry or work in the industry that he was interested in becoming an entrepreneur, then you will make sure that he has the tools. You have to give him the tools. If you expect him to build a house, you got to give him the tools. Got out of school with zero debt. You live in rent free. You have no limitations. So there's like a double-edged sword happening. It's like you don't have the things that the limitations or the hurdles that other people have. You don't necessarily have to work outside of the industry and where you want to be an entrepreneur. But they want to teach him the value of hard work or developing a good work ethic. But I don't think that an entrepreneurial work ethic can be learned in a 9-to-5 environment. Does that make sense? Also, I believe one of the main ingredients you have to be an entrepreneur is ambition. You cannot be a person who needs external validation and who seeks motivation from external sources. You have to be self-motivated. You have to be a self-starter. You have to have some level of self-discipline, because you don't have the confines and the structures of a 9-to-5. You really have to develop your own structure. But is he going to learn that in a 9-to-5? That doesn't have anything to do with his industry that he wants to be in. Am I making myself? And earlier, it really doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, everybody can't be an entrepreneur. It's true. If we were all entrepreneurs, you actually wouldn't have anybody to work for you, right? So you need people with entrepreneurial mindset, and you do need people who have a worker mentality, because those are the people who work for the entrepreneurs. Some You believe that because he has the means and all of that stuff, that he's able to just, he doesn't have any hurdles, no rent, no debt, no student loan debt. But does he have ambition? Is he self-motivated? Does he have self-discipline? He's going to need those things in order to succeed at being an entrepreneur, in my honest opinion. So that's what I see. Everybody can't do it. Everybody's not built for that. It's just not. Look at Rob Kardashian. Look at his sisters and look at him. Look what he's done in compared to them. He doesn't have the drive or the ambition. He gonna make some socks and some pajama pants and that's it. He's not gonna do much else because he doesn't have the same ambition as his siblings, right? You can look at other rich families. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. It's just not in everybody's thing. And I think that a lot of adults forget, like, you're expecting this 21-year-old to have the knowledge that you had, but you had a different gust of wind on your back, right? You didn't. He has what you didn't have, so he has a different drive and it's different. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. And then he says, I'm planning on moving out soon anyway. See, your mindset is already messed up. You have a family that's willing to make sure you're not acquiring debt. And what the only debt you're going to acquire is what you're putting into your business. I think that's what Maurice is really good for. But, they just have to find a balance, because I understand where Kimmi's coming from. And I understand and that's good that Maurice is there, because sometimes somebody with Kimmi's mindset can ruin the dreams of a person with an entrepreneur mindset, because they want you to get something stable, they want you to get a job, they want you to have benefits, they want you to be able to do this, and it kind of stifles a person's dream, and it can just strip them of the little ambition that they do have to even have an idea of wanting to be an entrepreneur. So that's good that Maurice is there with that kind of entrepreneur mindset to say, I don't like that he's not working. This is not what we're trying to develop. So they have to find a healthy medium, in my opinion. So Martell and Melody are meeting up at Holt and Holt to discuss their businesses that they share together, and going through how it's going to be split and whether they're going to dissolve the business. He says she's dragging her feet when it's coming to the divorce. That doesn't sound right to me. Well, we'll see. Yes, Melody comes through with these black leather and this white little button-up top with this little, what is this, the tank top over this little, her hair is cut in a little bob. She looks very cute. This is the first time in our office with us, not being together, but anyway. What are you talking about? Shut up. You ready to get down to it? Come on, Melody. She's about her business. We handling business right here. This is all a business. I don't know if you guys can see a recurring theme. I hope that you guys are teaching the young ladies in your lives to approach their marriages in a more business mind frame. I always say, if you can't do business with a nigga, don't marry him, because you have to run your marriage like a business too. And as you can see, Melody and her husband are sitting down. Whatever they acquire together, they're going through to dissolve, or how they're going to split it. It's a business through and through. Yes, you love the person, but at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's numbers. Before we get off into things, let's just make sure we keep it respectful. Very positive. Let's not hit below the belt. We're about to discuss the business and not personal stuff. Okay, so Martell is saying that, well, when I came by the other day, I still wanted to talk business. But you said you came to see the kids. And that's what's really crazy. And the reason why you knew he was looking to be in confrontation with her, because when people cannot get anything out of you, they will tend to create conflict in order to engage with you. So if they're not getting anything else out of you, they'll start poking you in order for you to pay attention. And he said he came to talk business, but I thought you came to speak to the kids. We knew you didn't come to see the kids because as soon as you got there, you sent them inside. So you were there on some foolishness. Martell is realizing he's losing his grips. That's what is happening. So you're being a little negative right now, and she's not. She's being passive aggressive, right? Because she's really being phony. She's not being real. She's trying to maintain an air of professionalism with him in order not to engage in him in a way. And he wants to have conflict with her. As you can see, he's fucking with her. And they're both, that's what happens. Like, y'all both petty. So this is what's going to happen when it's fun and games when it's on Marceau and Letitia, but when it's against each other, it's not fun anymore, is it? It's not. He says he doesn't want anything to do with any of the companies. So do you want to dissolve Holt and Holt? He wants to basically dissolve every single thing that they've created together. So the profits from the 47 acres, she's asking about it, and he tells her that he doesn't know about what's going on with that project. Embrace Beauty is next. Now, this is something, isn't that something new for her? She's looking at him like, so he's saying, how would you say I can't get anything out of Embrace Beauty and it's a company that I helped you create? So he says, we put so much time and effort into you and your brand. So he basically wants a piece of helping her create the Melody Holt brand. But at the same time, you fucked your brand up because she helped your brand as a family man. And when you cheated on her, you fucked your brand up. So she helped you with your brand and you helped her with her brand. And now you want to basically tell Melody, I lack self-control and self-discipline, and I did not respect the sanctity of our relationship, but now I want you to look out for me. So when he says you were a damn school teacher, for her to jump into school teachers are amazing. So I don't know what type of conversations they've had, but they were both school teachers, and she points that out, and she's like, I don't even know why you're talking about school teachers. Maybe it was just the way that she said it, but what she's doing is now engaging because he is trying to take jabs at her, knowing how she feels about being a school teacher or have been a school teacher. And so now she's engaging. He has her like where he wants her. Now she's out of, so what do you want to do? I thought we were down here to talk about business. He got her in his little web. She comes back. Oh, oh, he's so dramatic. So he's slapping books down and everything like that. He needs to be in conflict with her. That's all I'm seeing right here. He's unraveling, and it's really sad. So now he wants 50% of whatever she got going on with this beauty line because he helped her create her brand. You want what from me? I'm dissolving it. She would rather dissolve her business than to give you any of it. That's what happens. Dissolved. We can talk to our attorneys. I don't have nothing to do with this. My company. What are you talking about? I can't believe she's trying to attack me through my finances. That's why I'm done with her. Shut up, Martell. You sound so goddamn stupid. Melody's starting to get emotional because he's explaining or saying, I don't know if that's why she's getting emotional or she's just getting upset. Because he's explaining, I've always taken care of you. It doesn't matter what we're going through. I've always made sure you were okay financially. Because you trusted me, right? So he tried to dismiss it, talking about, I trust everybody. That's the problem that you have with me now, is that I trust everybody. So why did you give me all of your money all of the time? Because you trusted me? Oh, I trust. We don't see. Now you want to play games. So I want to treat people in the way that I hope to be treated. Well, what are you expecting from Melody based on how you treated her? If you want people to treat you how you treat them, so why are you are shocked by how she's treating you and how she's responding to you? What is he talking about? When things are going on in my life, you should have my back the way I would have your back. He's crazy. So he's saying he doesn't want her to mess up any revenue or streams of income that he can have coming in on his end. Now, I get what he's saying, like, because if I was on the other side of that, like if I was on his side, I would be like, please don't mess with my money. I need my money. But you did somebody wrong and they're mad at you. Now you are putting stipulations and conditions on how you want them to react to you, when in all truthfulness, you cannot dictate how somebody responds to you after you mistreat them. He said, I'm not going to hurt you in any kind of way when it comes to that. So he said he's always been there. That is so weird. And it's so weird because he's really saying it as if he believes it. That's the part where you're like, something's not right with him. Because if you are really saying these things out of your mouth when the facts are here on display as to what you did, everything that you're saying, it goes against your actions. So it's like these words that coming out your mouth don't match your actions. So the words coming out your mouth don't mean shit. They don't mean shit. I always came home at a decent hour. Nigga, this is not 1982. The ladies are not dealing with that. Y'all, it's a new day. It's a new day. You were just good at cheating. That's it. Whether you came home, what you did, you were just good at cheating. Right. Round of applause. Okay, so he keeps turning it on her. So here's the thing. If she cheated on you, it's going to come out. You keep saying these with no evidence. You don't have any evidence. You don't have no man that has come out and said that he's Melody's boyfriend. None of that. You're just going off of trying to figure out a way to justify why you cheated on your wife. I never found out about you. You found out about me. Martell's a trip. He was like, whoever I was talking to, it only lasted for 4 weeks. He was like, and he got all that shit from you. She was like, he didn't get nothing from me. Actually, Melody is saying that she has seen other people. She had no plans of going back to Martell after seeing these people. As soon as you treat, it's no telling what you cannot break a contract and expect someone else to follow the contract. It's broken. It's null and void. It says you left the house more than me. So now he wants to get into this. This is no longer about the businesses and how we're going to split these businesses and dissolve these businesses. Now you are trying to, on camera, discuss this story that you want to create, that I was cheating on you. I left the house more than you and all this stuff. Melody starts to get her shit up. And she says, Martell, you are crazy. Thank you for us having this meeting. I'm out of here. Sit down, ma'am. Sit down, ma'am. That's the problem now. You have no control and you're losing control. And that's why you're acting the way that you're acting. I will not. I was here for that. And he starts laughing. Do you hear his nervous laughter? Oh, he's losing it. I'm disengaging. He's running outside after her. And he's saying, we're supposed to be talking about the money that you took out of our joint account and put into your personal account. So here's something else he's trying to add. He's really trying to ruin her reputation in the same way his reputation is ruined. The same way when he got caught cheating, he wanted to tell on all his homeboy. He wanted to tell on Marceau and say he was cheating too. The same thing. It's like you cannot stand, if whatever Melody did to you, you don't have any proof of it. We got a whole baby, a whole human coming out of the shit that you've done. So you need to speak to the shit that you've done, not to what she's done. If she's done anything, it will come to light. So sit back, take your L's, because you're taking a lot of them, and just chill. But he's losing control. He's unraveling, really. He really tried to open her door. Like, that's when you know he's like, you're out of control now. Oh, so Letitia is going to visit Destiny. That baby is so cute. Oh my goodness. Look at him. He's just smiling for Letitia. Yes. Oh my God. That was so cute. He was so cute. I want to rewind that. So Letitia's visiting Destiny. She wants to invite her to her podcast. I guess they started off on the wrong foot. I guess she started off on the wrong foot with everybody. So she wants to invite her to a podcast now that she's a mother, to Letitia's podcast. So the thing with Kimmi and Destiny, I don't even remember what was such a big deal about what happened. It doesn't seem like something major. I don't know. It seems very, it just lacks substance. Whatever Kimmi is upset, I don't know what she's upset about. If y'all can jog my memory, because I remember something about chicken. It was at the, I think they mentioned it at the reunion, but I don't remember it being a big deal. So I'm trying to figure out, why is Kimmi holding on to it? Why do you guys think she's holding on to it? Explain to me in the comments, because I don't remember it being such a big deal. So the logos look the same, Letitia. They look the same. And I really feel like Letitia has this love, hate, adoration, envious thing going on with Melody. I don't know if it's like, it's so weird. It kind of seems like a little downplayed version of the way that Monique was like trying so hard and desperately to be friends with Giselle. It's almost like you want to be a part of this group. You feel like you want to like them, but they're not the nicest to you, but you still have this weird, I don't even want to call it an obsession. I don't know what, it's an adoration, but it's like kind of skewed because you don't really like the person. Like, I don't think that Letitia likes Melody. I think she wants, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. If you guys can, what do you guys think about what it is between Letitia and Melody? That's what I feel. What do you guys think it is? Because I don't think that Letitia, the way that she makes it seem like Melody is this mean girl, but I feel like when you have an opportunity, you take one at Melody. I feel like she does. Like, I feel it's not like, oh my gosh, she's just so mean to me. So Letitia's husband, Letitia, and his uncle, Michael, are there. He's an architect. And so he is actually helping them look over the plans for their home that they're building on their estate. So he's really good at design, and so that's how you keep stuff in the family. I feel like Kimmi's son should be shadowing Marceau. That's what I feel that should be going on. And he can pay him. Maybe he just needs to be an intern there. Maybe I don't know, maybe he needs to go find a part-time job and then spend time with Marceau so he could actually learn the business and to see what it's like and to see the things that an entrepreneur has to do during the day. Yeah. So Chris shows up, who is the broker that is Martell's friend, the one he got together the other day and told his business. What happened when you was cheating on your wife? All that other shit. So he comes here and he's telling Marceau that he wants to let him know that he can put out a bid for this new project, but I just want to let you know the project is the 47 acres. And he's like, what? I don't want to have nothing to do with that. And he's like, that really doesn't have anything to do with Martell anymore, but he's the one that actually told me to mention it, to you. So Marceau said he wants to bid on it. If it works out, he looks very serious. He was like, I want to bid on it. So it could be worth a lot of money. So to me, I think what he told Letitia later is like, I'm not working with him. We're working on the same project, but we're not connected in any way. I'm independent over here. He's independent over here. So I'm not working with him. Now, Letitia's like, honey, I don't want to have nothing to do with them people in that aspect. These know what they already did with the damn 47 acres in the first damn place. So he was like, let's not do it. She was like, okay, well, skip it then. He was like, well, I'll just do it myself. You thought she was going to go along with you? I'll just do it. You really want that. You really want it. But I understand what he's saying. They don't have nothing to do with Martell. So now they're at Jaylin's dinner for his graduation. Kimmi's throwing it, and she's invited everybody, including Martell and Melody, Letitia, of course, Maurice's brother, and then, of course, Jaylin. Nobody else. It's just them, right? Kimmi said she asked, well, they show that she asked Melody, would it be inappropriate for him to come to the event? And she said that she's not bothered by it. I thought that was thoughtful for her to ask because you just don't know where they are. You don't want no mess, even though we know what happened. Baby, Mel came through, baby, with a blazer on with her titties out and this short mini skirt. She said, if I'm going to see Martell, baby, he's going to see what he's been missing. Titties out, honey. Do you hear me? Look at Marceau. Mel got a glow to her. Marcel, mind your business. So, do you understand how when I just said about Letitia, how she ain't shit? Letitia waited till Mel got there and invited Kimmi to her podcast. Now, we know that I thought that was just, it was timed. The way that it was timed seemed very intentional. So Jaylin is running late, so he'll be there in 5 minutes. The food gets there. Everybody's sitting. It's a little awkward. Kimmi, you're out of order. Kimmi, that's none of your business. I'm with Letitia. How you gonna invite somebody to my fucking podcast who you know I don't fuck with? You are stepping over your boundaries. Why would you do that? That's not your place. Everything I do when it comes to Mel backfires on me, so I think I'm gonna leave that alone. She did that on purpose. I see, Letitia, you did that on purpose. Melody is not interested in it. Melody is like Mary to Jen. I don't want to be your friend. I'm good. Thanks. Jaylin arrives. He gets there. Melody said, this is why we're here. I don't know about no mommy business podcast or whatever the hell you talking about. We here for Jaylin. Baby. Somebody from the background talking about, hey, baby, it's Miss Wanda coming through. Surprise, surprise. Miss Wanda looks cute with her outfit on, honey. So Kimmi says to Melody, let me know when you're going to leave because I want to do up my little speech for him and everything. She said, girl, I'm getting ready to leave. It's getting closer and closer to the time I'm about to leave. And you know they talking about Wanda. Tisha invited her mother to her sister-in-law's son's graduation party and didn't tell Kimmi, I'm going to tell my mom to come. Is it okay if my mom comes because she really cares about Jaylin or whatever? Why did you invite her without anybody knowing? And the way that Kimmy's so passive aggressive, she was like, girl, I'm assuming that they invited you because bitch, I didn't invite you. So why you say it like that? Why you invite her? So Maurice is just saying to Kimmi that she did a really good job and this is what family is all about. And this is what the village is all about and everything like that. So Maurice hands Jaylin a box with a watch in it. He gave him a Rolex. So now they're putting on his cap and gown so he can take his pictures. Shout out to all the graduates who had to do this funny, weird type of graduation celebration because of COVID. So Martell shows up. Martell's walking through. Melody, as soon as he walks up, she crosses her arms. You know what that means, right? In body language interpretation. It's not a safe space anymore. She's ready to go. As soon as she crossed her arms, I was like, oh, she's about to leave. Oh, that's cute. They're doing like they're walking across this astroturf. I like their graduation. Oh. So Martell is sitting down eating. Melody is putting her mask on. Kimmi's like, it looks like you about to go. She said, I told you when you was done with your speech, girl, I'm out of here. She's putting her mask on, baby. She's getting the hell up out of here. Now, Wanda, y'all finna get ready to go. Don't leave, Melody. Don't leave. Don't leave yet. I just got here, girl. So now Wanda is walking out with Melody and Destiny because, she's getting ready to leave. She said, I know you leaving because Martell is here. I know you leaving. Martell gets up out of his chair. He can't even finish eating. So I guess he overheard Miss Wanda say, I know you leaving because Martell is here. Sit down. You doing too much. I know what you're going through. I feel your pain. And there's somebody else out there better. Martell said, if somebody better than you, go find them. Now, let me tell you something. The way Martell walked up on Wanda, no ma'am. Out of order. That aggression towards a woman, absolutely out of order. You cannot do that, Martell. I don't give a damn what this lady did. First of all, she's smaller than you. She's older than you. She didn't say nothing to you. Out of order. And that's how you know he done flipped his damn lid. I know Miss Wanda oversteps her boundaries, but this is not something that you were even a part of. She took that lady off to the side so you would not listen, and you can't take it. So you get your black ass up and bum rush this woman in this very aggressive way. Out of order, looking her up and down like, what are you sizing this lady up for? Destiny is like, oh my God. They're like, let's go. He's talking and talking and talking while Wanda is saying there's something out there better for you. There is something out there better for you. I'm not even talking to him. I'm talking to you. Now she done turned around. Man, you done disrespected her. You don't worry about me disrespecting you. You disrespected your wife. Hello? And he keeps walking up on her. Walking up. Walking up. Walking up. You're doing too much. Out of order. If anybody tells you that Martell was in the right with this, it's a reevaluation time. He was out of line. So on the other end of the spectrum, at the other table, Kimmi and Letitia are going back and forth. And Letitia is telling Kimmi she should have thanked her for coming. Why do I need to thank her for coming? I didn't invite her. You invited her. I didn't invite her. You thank her for coming, bitch. You shouldn't have did that. And let me tell you something. Kimmi, I hope that you don't blame Wanda for what happened. That was Martell. Martell was sitting down, eating. And those ladies walked away. They weren't sitting at the table talking about him so that he could then inject himself. No, they walked away. He got up out of his chair and walked away and confronted her in a very aggressive manner. He was wrong. He was wrong. You don't have to be rude about it. It wasn't rude for her to come. First of all, it was rude that you invited her without me knowing. That's number one. And don't tell me I'm rude for not thanking her for coming. Letitia's stupid. Martell is just in her face. What's wrong with him? By the way, girl, you look good. That's to let him know. She did that on purpose. You know how the old black ladies do it with the young girls when they in front of the raggedy ass, dusty ass man. You look good, girl. Go out there and get you somebody better. You acting like a real beat. You acting like a real beat. Miss Wanda is really pretty. I'm looking at her cussing out Martell. She's so pretty with her chocolate self and her dimples and shit. She's really letting him know, nigga, don't I can disrespect you. Hello? Because you disrespected your wife. And I can talk to her coming from a woman's point of view. It's none of your goddamn business. You acting like a real bitch. You are one. So you out of order. You are one. Y'all back and forth now. Y'all back and forth now. But you started that, Martell. That didn't have nothing to do with you. Now they're sitting at the table and they hear Martell and Miss Wanda going back and forth. So Letitia said, is that my mom? Girl, you know it's your mother. You know what your mom sounds like. So did she say, you guys put in the chat, because, I don't follow the blogs outside of what they show on the show. So did Miss Wanda say anything about their kids and comparing her grandchildren to his children? I didn't disrespect your kids. I disrespected you. Wait, baby. Oh my God, I almost screamed so loud. She said, I disrespected you, Martez. Who is Martez, Miss Wanda? I disrespect you, Martez. Ain't nothing more disrespectful than calling the nigga by another name. While you're cussing him out. Yeah, Like Kimmi said, we could have ate at the house if it was just going to be us three, because everybody done got up from the table. It's a mess. She's a beautiful young lady. You don't do that. I don't know if you guys have noticed, beautiful young ladies get done wrong just like the ugly young ladies, okay? It don't matter what you look like. You have no parts in how a person behaves, whether she's pretty, ugly, fat, skinny, light skin, dark skin, long hair, short hair. The way he doesn't matter. All of them are socialized the exact same way. So whatever you have, you are not going to make a person act any different based on your aesthetic. It doesn't determine how you're treated. That's a news flash for some of you, but it doesn't matter. You can be Beyonce, Halle Berry, Melody Holt, motherfucking anybody, Jackie Walters, Quad Webb. Who you want me to keep going? Who? Portia Williams. It does not matter what you look like, lady, pretty woman or not. It doesn't matter, okay? You gonna jump me now? I'm a woman, baby. I'm a woman. You gonna jump me? He's really out of order, though. You know I'm all about don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you. I don't give a damn how old you are, elder or not. Don't talk to me crazy. I won't talk to you crazy. But Martell started that. That didn't have nothing to do with him. And you walked up on that lady very aggressively. He put his hands in his pockets, I guess, to make it seem like he wasn't going to do anything to her. But I don't know what you got in your pockets. So it's too much. It's too aggressive. It's too, and you're unraveling. Destiny is pushing him like, no, you're not about to do this. You cannot do this. He was like, okay, I got you. But Miss Wanda's now, she's going to the parking lot to go see about Melody. You're not Mel's mother. I'm going to talk to Mel. You're not Mel's mother. Well, what does that have anything to do with it? Oh, you want your mom only there to do your dirty work. Don't do the dirty work for Melody. See, that was what I saw from what Wanda did with Melody. That's an old black lady telling the younger black woman the things. I don't know how many times. I don't know if you guys have had the experience of an older black woman letting you know that the things that they dealt with, you do not have to deal with those things and stay in a fucked up relationship. So those old ladies that Martell asked, what didn't the old ladies tell you that a man's gonna be a man? See, this old woman right here is going completely opposite of what Martell thinks the old ladies is telling the younger women now. Some of them will tell her, give her advice that doesn't serve her. But this woman right here is part of that generation. And for her to be like, come on, girl, you're going to find somebody better than him and let him know I'm not disrespecting your kids. I'm disrespecting you. You're not used to this. You want her to be around the women that say, well, a man's going to be a man. At least he come home at night and all that dumb shit. But here's this old woman giving her completely opposite advice, and you can't take it. You a damn fool. Letitia, what you mad about? That's an old woman giving a young woman advice. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be her mother. Don't be in Melody's face talking about me. That don't have nothing to do with you. It don't have nothing to do with you. Married people go through stuff. Honey, you getting a divorce. It's a divorce. You ain't going through shit. And that's your problem now. You want to get into it with Melody, but she don't want to fuck with you. We're going to see. It's going to be some mess on the next episode, because I hope she did not confront her while the mics were live at this podcast. I hope it was after the podcast was over and not during the podcast. But knowing Letitia, she probably did it during the podcast. That's how fucking messy and sneaky she is. Anyways, y'all, that's it for the episode. Let me know what you think of the episode. What did you think about? Did y'all think that Martell was out of order, or was he well within his right to confront Miss Wanda about what she said about his kids? And did she say anything about his kids for those who are keeping up with the story, the stories that come out of the blogs? Let me know what you think. Take care of each other and protect your energy. Peace.